Right, so today we're looking at how we rescue someone off a cliff. Now it could be that they've climbed up onto a ledge or millstone, or they've come down to a ledge and millstone, or it could be they've climbed up, clipped in some gear, and then something's gone horribly wrong and they can't move. It could be that they've got their knee stuck in a crack. I mean, that would probably never happen, would it? Getting your knee stuck in a crack on millstone? Hell no. It could also be that they are on the face of Mammoth, hanging on for dear life. So we're going to go down to them and we're going to make them safe, and we're going to take them down to the bottom. It's generally easier to take them down to the bottom rather than trying to get them back up over the edge of the top. Cool. So how are we going to do this? We have the kit we need is a rescue triangle. It's called a rescue triangle because it's triangular and it's designed for rescuing people. So fundamentally what this is going to do is go under the arms like that, and we're going to clip in there, and that is reasonably secure. We're going to attach this to the rope system, and they're probably not going to come out of that unless they put both their hands in the air like they just don't care and wave them around a little bit, which they're very unlikely to do. We're then going to connect the crotch strap, which will mean that even if they do put both their hands in the air and like they just don't care, they probably won't fall out the bottom, but they can't fall out the bottom. Finally, we're going to put shoulder straps on. Now the shoulder straps stop you falling out the top, which is unlikely if you turn upside down, but they also tighten everything up so that the strap that goes around the back is underneath your armpits, and that's the main load bearing of this rescue triangle. You don't want to tighten this up, because if you tighten this up so that there's weight on that yellow strap, it's quite uncomfortable, so we're not going to do that. Cool. So let's put it on this willing person who is sat unhappily on a ledge. Hello sir, my name's Tim, I'm from Mountain Rescue. I'm just going to put this under your arms and make you safe. So we're going to use a prusik on the line to attach them. So we're going to use that, clip that into the prusik, and then clip that into there like that. They are now safe-ish. Cool. To make them safer, we're going to put this yellow strap between their legs. Now if we undo this carabiner at this point, at that point they're not safe anymore. So we're going to use a second carabiner, and we're going to go clip 1, clip 2, clip 3, do it up, and then clip that into another prusik on the other rope. So they're now attached by 2 carabiners, which means we can undo the first one and then make sure it's clipped in through all 3 rings. Okay, so now they're attached by all 3 rings. Each ring is attached to a carabiner, and each carabiner would be attached to a prusik loop that's on one of the ropes. Now we've done that, we can argue with their arms. This guy is going to argue quite a lot because his arms don't bend quite the way people's do. I can speed this up and edit, it's fine, it won't be a problem. Come on. I know. Right. So we can get that over his shoulder, and then we can tighten it up. Now tightening up is important because it pulls this arm, this strap that goes around the back, it pulls up underneath the arms, as we said. So obviously we do it with that arm. I'm not going to do it now because I can't be bothered arguing with a plastic mannequin about getting his other arm in, but we do the other arm, and that's him safe, and we can now lower down to the floor. Cool. So let's look at the kit we need to do this in summary. Oh, actually, before we take it all apart, if we look at this loading here, somebody is going to say, ooh, that's a 3-way load. Okay, so you've got up there and you've got sort of to the sides, so it's kind of a 3-way load. That's why one of the carabiners we use for this is this particular carabiner. This is a stupidly strong steel carabiner. This is rated to 45 kilonewtons, whereas a normal carabiner is rated to 20-something kilonewtons. So this is much stronger, and it's strong enough to cope with that 3-way loading. You actually don't get a 3-way loading because when you're actually hanging someone off it, all those rings tend to bunch up down the bottom, and it's not really a problem. But just in case you do, one of the carabiners is going to be this stupidly strong steel carabiner. It's a stupidly strong steel carabiner specifically, not just any old steel carabiner, because these steel carabiners are only 25 kilonewtons. What we want is a 45 kilonewton steel carabiner. So when you're looking for the kit, we want 2 carabiners, one of which is this stupidly strong carabiner, not one of those steel carabiners. So the kit we need when we're going over the edge is a rescue triangle, 2 prussiks, a normal carabiner, and one of the very strong carabiners, high strength carabiner. Before you go over the edge, it is absolutely a good idea to make sure that all the straps are loosened off, because you want the bagginess, you want the slack in the system so you can easily get it on the patient, on the casualty, and then you tighten it up. If you go over and suddenly discover you haven't slacked off the straps, it's a lot harder to get on the patient, on the casualty. Cool. Right, so that's the kit you need. 2 prussiks, 2 carabiners, and a rescue triangle. Let's see how it works when we're hanging over the edge. I'm on the top of the crag now, going to go over the edge. So on each rope I have a prussik with a carabiner and a prussik with a carabiner. So the other piece of kit I need is the nappy, the rescue triangle, and we're going to make sure that all the buckles are paid out to their maximum extent, which they are. Fantastic. So I'm going to clip that off to me. Like that. Prussik, prussik, carabiner, carabiner, rescue triangle, and tied into me, and someone's checked my harness, and my helmet is still done up. Cool, let's go rescue him then. So, we're going over the edge, we've got the prussiks ready. Cool, let's do this. Okay, lower please. There he is. Try not to kick him in the face. Hello, sir. How are you doing? My name's Tim. I'm from Mountain Rescue. I'm here to save you. That'll do. Hold. So let's make you safe, sir. So the first thing to do, put this under his arms. So that is him roughly safe. So with the other carabiner, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So with the first carabiner, we can now undo this 1, 2, 3. So now that's all nice and safe, we can ask him to put his arms over there. So we can tighten the shoulder straps up so that stops him falling out the top of the triangle, and it also tugs the strap which goes around the back nicely up underneath his arms. Do them a bit tighter. So that's pretty much fundamentally it. So he's got that strap here which is taking his weight. We've got these straps here, we're tugging them up. We're going to make them a bit tighter. And that's about it. So we ask Martin to raise, please, Martin, because we need to get him off the thing that he's hanging on. So take in. That'll do, thank you. So we can talk about his position. He's a little bit low, but I can carry him like that. If he was higher up, I might be able to have him sat on my lap. If we were going down Mamtor, which is more of a steep gully than a cliff, we might be able to get him alongside me like that. But today, excuse me while there's a job. So let's lower him down and rescue. Cool. Tea and medals, excellent.